Okay, good afternoon, guys. How are you doing today? Welcome to my channel once again. It's your guy Paul, Salas and Apollo's Travels, and today is 25th of April, and today I'm going to be talking about the Albania study visa to study in Albania. Yeah, I think yesterday I dished out an update about Hungary work permit, and I know a lot of agents are running letter scatter to get that update already. So today I'm going to be talking about Albania study visa. We look at the best option for people to travel abroad, and with a legit link, and you have your peace of mind when you're there in any of these countries you find yourself. And also today I'm going to be dishing out facts about this information. It's a process we've tried out last year, but there was a reason why I didn't really push for the study visa. We wanted, because I felt people really wanted to go work, than study, and that was why we pushed more of the work permit last year. But because there were a lot of rejections, and that was why I had to put an hold on it, because there were a lot of rejections on it. Yeah, so I think like 4 or 5 of my clients had their work permit, and unfortunately their visas were rejected. Yeah, the politics is a little bit much more than what you can even think of. Yeah, you need to know people, and know people, get money. You have to pay like 3,000 to 5,000 euros for you to get visas approved after spending a whole lot of money, like more than 2,000. That's huge for a country like Albania. So we just had to lay hold on it. So today I'm going to be talking strictly about Albania study visas. Most of the schools don't accept African countries or countries that are not part of the Hague Convention. Yeah, so the Hague Convention is another theory on its own. It's another topic on its own. I'm not talking about it. So they have some rules that guide countries that are within this convention of such. example is one of the countries among the Hague Convention is Liberia. So I think for students coming from Liberia, you don't need to legalize your document automatically. Your documents can be accepted in what's it called, in Albania. But for countries like Nigeria that we are not member of the Hague Convention, we need to apostolate our document. We need to legalize it in our Ministry of Foreign Affairs before we send it to Albania for them to be able to use it, to accept it in their own country. It works in most of the European countries like that. So this is the rule. And for Nigerian students, most especially, who are my major clients or who are always on my channel, and other African students, the process is very seamless. It takes about 2 to 3 months for study visas to be approved. The school I got a mail from the school, and they've started, their admission process I think I've been informed since about last 2 weeks, like 2 weeks ago. They've informed me about it, that admission processes have resumed for their school. I think they are the only one I've seen so far. I've reached out to a lot of schools, but this particular school is the only school that accepts African students, mostly Nigerian students. And they have few courses that they dish out in English, that are taught in English. That's BSc in finance, business, informatic engineering, masters in political science, masters in business informatics and business administration. That is for undergraduate courses. Listen and listen carefully, please, so that we can get the information. BSc in finance, BSc in business administration, and BSc in informatics informatics engineering. So for undergraduate courses, they have 3 courses that are taught in English: finance, business administration, and informatics engineering. So for master's courses, now they have added one to it. Before it was 2. They have informatic business, masters in informatic business, masters in business administration. Now they have masters in political science as well for international students, and courses are being taught strictly in English. So these are the requirements, and just like I always say, most of the requirements seems the same for most of these countries. You need to have your O-level result, the original. It's the original, because it must be authenticated at the Ministry of Education. We must get eligibility letter for you. We do all these things in case you've not done your processes before. Similarly, you can send us your originals, and we are going to handle the whole processing for you. You need to get it authenticated at the Ministry of Education and legalized at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Abuja. And before we can proceed with your application, that is the first thing that you need to get done first. Yes. And the tuition fee for the courses are, equal. They are all same thing. Now it's 4,000 euros. Now it's 4,000 euros. So I'm going to be getting to the stage of the visa processing, but let me talk about the requirement first. We need your birth certificate issued by National Population Commission. If you are going for masters, we need your O-level original, we need your BSc original, authenticated and legalized by Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Ministry of Education and Ministry of Foreign Affairs from Abuja. And we need scanned copies of your international passport, your passport photograph, before we can begin your application, before you pay your application fee, which I don't talk about prices here on my YouTube channel. You have to slide to my DM to get those informations from me, and I will give you the list of the courses available in BSc and in Masters as well. So these are the courses. So for those of you who are in this line and who want to go to Albania, and the swiftly now, unlike before, one of those things that discouraged us before was they were not allowing students to work. But now the school has gotten the permission that students who are studying are allowed to work officially. These are one of the major informations I had to make sure I confirm before I put out the package, because I don't like to say what I know we would not deliver. So students are now allowed to study and work. While you are studying, you are eligible to work. Now remember, Albania is not a member of Schengen countries. This is always the problem we have, why we always have visa rejections in most cases. The issue of people getting to the country and not studying and running away, or finding their means out of that place. Please, I'm not going to be having that conversation with anybody in my DM. It's strictly going to be for study and those who want to work. If you finish your study, you can be able to switch to a work permit. Yes, it is very possible. You can switch to a work permit, and there will also be an escape route of after you finish studying, you can switch to having your permit, having a business and having your permit there, so that you can be able to work legally without any stress, like be a self-employed person in Albania. Yeah, it is very possible, because by that time you're already in. So as per my discussion with the school, the chances of student visas are very high compared to other type of visas to bring in African students or Nigerian citizens. Yeah, the chances of visa are very, very, very high. Just like I said, the tuition fee is 4,000 euros, and the school requires that a deposit of 1,000 must be paid. A deposit of 1,000 must be paid. Now, I need people to listen carefully to this. The admission process and the visa processing takes about 2 to 3 months. Yes, and even the school, just like I say in most of my videos, the school is not guaranteeing 101% visa success rate, but the school is going to be the one handling the visa application and everything. All we need to do is provide them all the documents. After you've been issued an admission, you need to pay your tuition fee deposit, which is 1,000 euros. Once you pay that 1,000 euros, the school processes your admission. We need your bank statements of account. And you need to have minimum of amount in that account of about, because the BSc courses are 3 years, so if you are doing your masters for 2 years, so it means that you need to have 8,000 euros in your account, in your bank statement of account. You need to have 8,000 euros in your bank statement of account. So it is very mandatory, because those funds will definitely be confirmed for them to grant you your study visa. So I know that's where people are going to have issues. So by the grace of God, we are going to be helping students out with this, but we are paying for that service. It's an extra cost service. I have a platform through Wema Bank that you can open an account with Wema Bank. We help people to do proof of fund via Wema Bank. I use Wema Bank strictly. The partner I work with use Wema Bank. It's very seamless. We open an account for you. So for people who want to start the process, and you are sure you are eligible, you have those documents ready. Once you send us those documents, while we are beginning with your application, we are opening your account so that you can be using the account yourself. Yeah, so that the account will be active. So what we will do is, before we apply for the admission, we already boost the account for you. There's a way we boost the account for you. We put in money. By that time, we might not give you access to it. Once we fund the account, we place it on lien. We don't allow you to withdraw. Yeah, because we have access to the account. So your money is saved when you are using it, but we place it on lien. We don't allow you to use the account. By the time we want to start funding the account, we don't have access to use the account at all. At all. So we do a POF, we make sure that we make the account active with funds, with good funds. Then by the time that we know that it's close for us to apply for your visa, then we are going to put a proper money into the account through fixed deposit so that the charges will not be too much. Because if you want to leave it while the Albania visa processing takes time, from my experience doing the work permit, yeah, it takes a lot of time. They will tell you 15 to 30 working days. There were some applications that took about 2 months before they made a decision on it. Yeah, I had that experience. So my experience from there taught me a lot of things, that it's better to put that money in fixed deposit. Then we get a certificate of fixed deposit for them to use, for the school to use, and they are probably going to be opening maybe $1 or an euro account, so that it's going to be very easy for you as well. If you open an euro account, we'll just get a translation of how much that amount is in euros or in dollars as well. For those of you who have dollar or euro accounts, you can also use your account. It just depends. Just make sure you provide us the amount stipulated. If you're doing a 2 years course, you should have 8,000 euros. If you are doing a 3 years course, you should have 12,000 euros in your closing balance by the time, and the account should be active. Not that the money should just come from nowhere being, you just enter. The account should have been receiving money at least 1 month servicing, 2 months servicing, so that by the time you are applying for visa, the account is good, it has a good proof of fund, and it's active. So that's the way it works. So once you pay your deposit of 1,000, then you give us your statement of account. We begin, the school helps us to begin your visa processing, which takes, the whole processing, which I said, takes about 2 to 3 months. Now, this is where the clause and the risk comes in. If your visa is not approved, there is a will to reappeal or to reapply after 3 months. That is the rule of Albania. Now, about your tuition fee, people will ask, is there a refund? Now, the school takes an administrative fee of 300 euros. Please listen and listen carefully. Non-refundable from the 1,000 you have paid. The school takes an administrative fee of 300 euros. So this tells us a lot. You know, for we agents, I dish this out so that you know the risk before you begin. So in case your visa is rejected, they've scammed me. Nobody has scammed you. That's the visa processing. The school takes responsibility of your visa processing. In case it is rejected, they won't refund 300 from the 1,000 you have paid. And note as well that the application fee you've paid to us as well is non-refundable, because we've pushed through to the application process. Major reason why rejections might be given are because of proof of fund. So that's why it's very pertinent that anything document we are using must be legit and original. So for Albania study visa, admissions are open now. For those of you who are serious about it and you want to DM, I've talked about the tuition fee already. I've talked about the prices. I've talked about the courses available in English. I'm going to be putting a write-up for those of you that will be sliding to my DM. For those of you who have been calling me, please, I naturally don't want to be charging for consultation when you call, but please, in a proper way, I appreciate it when you chat me first, please, so that even if there's going to be a reason, a lot of people call, I know a lot of people that call for unreasonable things. They're already doing the application somewhere, they just want to waste your time, and they want to keep calling and calling. Services are not rendered that way. You want to waste my time asking, you know, unreasonable questions while you are doing something else somewhere, and you just want to use us to catch crews. I don't want to attend to that. So that's why most times people who ask me, you know, I tell them, chat me first. It's proper. Introduce some people will just call, no proper introduction. Introduce yourself. My name, I appreciate it more. I give those people more attention. Hey, my name is so. I'm from where? This is what I want to do. Okay, advise me. Okay, I need advice. Some people don't even come to my DM and they don't bring businesses. They just want me to advise them. Okay, what do you think I should do about this case? And I guide them. Okay, go like this, go like this, go like this. And it's simple. It's not all about money all the time when you come to my DM. It's not every deal that come through the pipeline that are successful. Not all of them. So it's just about that. Just make sure that, you know, there's a proper costing while you are coming to our DM, even if our DMs are very free. I make it very free for people to reach out to me and you talk to me, you chat with me. So I honor it when you introduce yourself first and I know who I'm talking to first, where you got my number from, and, you know, I'm making myself mostly available most of the time. So guys, Albania study visa is very much more available. Malta study visa is very much. Today I got an admission for one of my clients in Malta, and, you know, it's just for him to pay his tuition fee. I think about, with accommodation for 1 year or for 1 semester, and the tuition fee for 1 year, and the normal registration is about 8,600. And trust me, Malta is also an English speaking country, and the rate of English being spoken in Albania is high. I can tell you it's very, very high. Yeah, so I'm looking out into Albania because a lot of people have been coming into my DM again. But I can assure you that student route is always the best route to travel. You would never regret it. You know, it counts to residency as well. It is the best route for you to travel. Yeah, I have a friend who has been there for like 5 years now. I think he has his temporary resident permit in Albania now. He went to seminary school and he's been there. He's doing fine. He's doing cool. No stress, no palaver or anything. So guys, I know a lot of you are looking out for tourist visas. No. I always tell you those routes are always not easy. The Albania visa is even like one of the, in fact, it be like say their own visa hard past USA. I'm telling you the truth from my experience. I've done the job. I know what it is to do the job for Albania. Yeah, so guys, keen to this opportunity, you know, let's take advantage of this opportunity. Let's make it out. For those of you who are serious and you want to go to Europe, you know, keen to this thing. And lastly, I'm going to be talking about proof of fund. Yeah. For those of you who will be willing to apply for Schengen tourist visa, this is my advice for you. If you are not working under any company, maybe you are self-employed, make sure you have a CAC company. Open a corporate account under your CAC company. Start building your statement of account. Pushing money every month, 200,000, 300,000. That is the way to build POF. POF is not about when you want to apply for visa. For the past 6 months, the embassy checks all these things. For the past 6 months, you've not had an inflow of total 5 million in your account. And suddenly when you want to apply for visa, somebody just credited your account with 6 million. The consular will not give you visa. Trust me, because they will look at your history of transactions. What has been coming in? Where is your source of income? What comes into your account every month? So try to build in your account, you know, on a regular basis. If you are not working and your company cannot give you a vacation letter, make sure you have a CAC with your own business name as the director, and you can easily use to open an account as well. Then you can be able to use that account, you know, to run your operations or whatsoever thing you want to do, so that by the time you want to apply for a Schengen visa, your chances of getting visa are high, because they see you as somebody who is self-employed and somebody who does business and somebody who has business. You understand? So guys, key into this opportunity, take advantage of it. You know, let's do great business together. For those of you who are serious, please slide to my DM. Let's talk about it. Albania study visa. Make sure you have the requirement, just like I've told you already. Make sure that you're ready for the processing. You're ready to pay the application fee, and I'm going to do your application for you. Just like I said, the school even itself doesn't guarantee 100% chances on visa success rate, but they tell you that the visa chances are high because you are coming in as a student, and the chances that they will give you a visa is very high. So keen to this opportunity. The tuition fee is not really too crazy, 4,000 for an European country. Albania is one of the hotcake countries now. People are really going there. It's more like you are going to US or you are going to Italy. It's a vacation center, so there are a lot of tourist attraction centers there. People are trooping into Albania on a daily basis. So guys, keen to this opportunity, and let's do great business. Have a lovely day, guys. For those of you who have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe today, share with your friend, like and share with your friend. Thank you so much, guys. Your trusted brand, Salas and Apollos Travels, remain #1. We make traveling easy. Thank you, guys. Have a lovely day.